Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? My name is KinderToot Plays Games, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're doing something pretty interesting. We just have a Minecraft backdrop right now from a game that I played with David a while back, but the main point of this video is a Pokemon tag video. So for those of you that don't know, NuzlockeHD, oh, my alarm's going off. NuzlockeHD tagged me in a Pokemon tag video, or a tag series, I guess, that he started, and basically it's called What is Pokemon to You? So you're supposed to answer 3 questions. I have them right here. It's, what is Pokemon to you, and what have you learned on your journey? What is your first Nuzlocke, and what is your favorite Pokemon moment? And then at the end, I will also tag 3 other YouTubers that I think will be able to respond. So, be sure to check out his channel, link will be down in the description below, and let's go ahead and get right with the questions. The first question is, in fact, what is Pokemon to you, and what have you learned on your journey? So, Pokemon, to me, has just been, I mean, it's been entertainment, but it's been a lot more than entertainment. It takes a good series of games to really get me interested and intrigued and coming back. I mean, there are plenty of games that I've played before that I've just stopped playing after a while. Beyblade, for instance, was one thing. Not a video game, but, you know, just Beyblade in general. I played it for, like, 2 years. It was fun, but I kind of lost interest in it. The thing with Pokemon is I've lost interest in it, but I've always come back to it. I've played Pokemon since around the time, well, I collected some of the cards when I was, like, 5. And when I was around 5, we made the move up to where I used to live, and I spent a lot of hours in a car ride, and my brother enjoyed Pokemon at the time, and he really wanted to get me into it, and so he got, his favorite game was Pokemon Ruby, so he actually bought me Pokemon Sapphire, and I have so many fond memories of playing that in the car rides on the way back and forth from well, I guess my old house to my even older house, going back and forth on the road, playing that game, playing Sapphire, and I was really timid when it came to video games. I was always really afraid of losing. I don't know why, because I'm a perfectionist probably, but I was always terrified of losing, so it made me not want to play video games a lot. But Pokemon was just something that I could always enjoy. I almost never lost, because it's kind of hard to lose a battle in Pokemon, especially just playing it normally with whatever Pokemon you want. I was always a very cautious battler, though, but it's just always been something fun to do. And then collecting the cards, my friends and I would collect all the cards, and we'd do, oh my gosh, so many great memories. I would go over to Will's house, and the 2 of us, and then his younger brother, Dylan, and then even sometimes his youngest brother, who was probably like 3 at the time, we would have like Pokemon card yard sales. So, sometimes we get with the community kids in his neighborhood, and we'd like set up a table in his garage, and they'd come and they'd like trade us, and we'd do like transactions. And I remember we had this Palkia Level X set back when Level X's were still relevant, and we would trade those. And then we'd do like Pokemon card find, and we'd hide our Pokemon cards all over his house, and if you found it, you got to keep it. Although half the time if it was something really good, we'd take it back and be like, yeah, I want to keep that one anyways. And then we would try to make deals with each other and like our best cards, and it was just so much fun. I just have such fond memories of doing that with Will, and just playing the game with each other and battling each other. We didn't battle each other that much, but we would play the games, and there was this one time where Will's friend on the bus, his name was Andreas, because we always called it Andreas's Soul Silver. He lent Will his Soul Silver, and Will played through it, and Andreas had, like, a bunch of freaking really good Pokemon. In fact, I think he hacked some of them in, because he was, like, MLG Pro back in, like, 2011, whenever this was. And I remember I would always battle Will, and he would beat me some of the times, and I was like, oh, you know what, it's those freaking hacked Pokemon. I'd be so salty. But he actually ended up losing Andreas' Soul Silver, and so Andreas got pretty mad at him, I think. I don't really know how that worked out, but just so many great memories. Pokemon cards really brought a lot of my friends and I together. Yeah, so many great memories. So, the second question was, what was your first Nuzlocke? Okay, my first Nuzlocke was Pokemon Platinum, yes. Let me explain a little bit of backstory. So, the reason I got introduced to Nuzlocke was actually through Maryland's Heart Gold Wedlock. I saw the Heart Gold Wedlock a lot because I'd watch Maryland's Let's Plays some, and I at first I didn't know what a Wedlock was, and I checked on it, and I saw that he had a bunch of normal types in his team, and at first I was like, oh, it must be just a run where you only use normal types. I was like, that's kind of lame. But then when I actually found out the rules about a normal Nuzlocke where your Pokemon die, I mean, I love games like that, like Fire Emblem is another game that I enjoy like that, where your units can be lost forever, because it really makes you build a stronger bond, even though it's just a video game, and it's really enjoyable, and it makes the game way more fun. I wouldn't be playing Pokemon still, probably, if it weren't for Nuzlocke. They really do make it fun. So my first one was on Pokemon Platinum, and it didn't go too well for me. I wound up losing my starter, like, before the first gym, and I was like, well, it's my first Nuzlocke, so I'll say he gets a free revive. And then after the first gym, I don't remember all the details exactly, but I do remember that there's that scientist Trayvon in Platinum. I never get past him without a death whenever I'm Nuzlocking, Wedlocking, Platinum, whatever. He always kills some of my Pokemon because he has a Kadabra, and he'll use an X special on it, and if you can't take it out before he uses the X special, he's fast, and he'll freaking sweep your team, which he actually did, and he swept my entire team in Pokemon Platinum. So I lost my first Nuzlocke pretty soon on, and the first Nuzlocke that I ever completed was, I did a lot of different failed ones where I'd either stop playing or, I just didn't finish. My first completed one, though, was the Y Wonder Wedlock. I've come pretty close with the White 2 Wedlock that I started around the same time. I'm pretty close to finishing that, but I don't know if I really will. It's just something I pick up every now and then. Then the Omega Ruby Wedlock, we're about halfway through, still recording that for YouTube, so that's fun. But yeah, Platinum was my first Nuzlocke, and I remember one of my best memories from when I was younger was going to Ruby Tuesdays with my family one night, and I remember I'd been watching Maryland's Heart Gold Wedlock right before we went, and this was back in 2013, I believe, before he finished the Heart Gold Wedlock, before he finished beating Red, which he did like 3 months after the rest of the series, so I was still like really hyped waiting for that, and I remember the day that came out on YouTube too. Kyle was over at my house, and we just freaking sat down and watched, and I was like, that's incredible. But I mean, just thinking about Carrot and Peach, and all, the Heart Gold Wedlock was truly the best series ever on YouTube, I think. But, I mean, I just remember going to Ruby Tuesdays and playing it in the car and being really excited. And I actually kept track of all my deaths and everything. And I was, like, writing them down, like, caught this guy here. And I wrote it down on a piece of paper. That piece of paper was probably trashed a long time ago. But really, really good memories. And the final question... Oh, my goodness, my phone exited out of the thingy. Favorite Pokemon moment. There are too many to be specific about just one. Oh my goodness, there are just way too many. I mean, like I was saying, the Ruby Tuesdays memory, the memories of hiding Pokemon cards with Will, and then beating Soul Silver was a really good feeling, because that was the first Pokemon game I ever beat, and when I beat the champion, I was just like, oh my gosh, I did it, because that's still when I was like a really wimpy fighter, and I didn't want to fight any bad trainers in the game, because I was so afraid of the Elite Four, because once you went in there, you couldn't leave, and that just terrified me to no end. I have another memory of I was having trouble beating Morty, and I had a friend come over to my house, and he actually traded me like a level 64 Gengar. It didn't obey me for like half the battle, but it didn't matter because it was so over leveled it just wiped Morty's team. I remember that, but yeah, just beating Soul Silver and just that feeling of I finally beat it, I finally accomplished it. I didn't beat Red till like 2 years later, and that was basically I wanted to beat Red, and then I traded away a lot of my Pokemon up to Black and White and then X and Y. But just yeah, beating the Elite Four and beating the main game. I mean, I think that was the first time I'd ever really beaten a video game, and it's a fantastic feeling. I love it. So just so many good memories. That's really what Pokemon is to me, I guess, to answer the first question a bit better. It's just a bunch of really great memories from my childhood, and hopefully some greater memories that are yet to come. So, I have to tag 3 other people. So, tag number 1's gonna go out to my Australian friend, Mr. DualingDude. I'll be sure to tell them all, by the way. So, DualingDude, trying to think of people that would actually probably upload a response. Tim. I'll tag Tim. And... See, I don't know who would... Oh, man, okay. Tim, DualingDude. I don't know who else would be able to upload, really. I mean, I think they both could. Seth Hubbard, actually. You guys might not know Seth. He hasn't been on the channel with me or anything, but I watch his videos from time to time. He does, like, Wanna Trade Wednesday/Thursday. But he also did a lot of Nuzlocks. He recently finished a Fire Red Nuzlocke, I believe, and before that he was doing an Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Nuzlocke, and I enjoyed watching those. So I'll go ahead and tag him because I know he's a pretty he's going far in the Nuzlocke community, and I really hope he'll continue to go farther. And so I'll go ahead and tag him. So that's Seth Hubbard, Timbejon, and DualingDude all tagged for this video. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed listening about my past memories with Pokemon. Be sure to check out NuzlockeHD down in the description below, and his other channel where he uploads PlayStation 4 videos. So while the lawnmower is starting, I'll go ahead and send you guys off. I'll see you guys all again next time. Goodbye.